I was just handed this by an employee walking around in the mall. This is fantastic marketing because they handed it out. This is, want to know something? You're beautiful, don't ever believe differently. That's really awesome. It's a good positive message, and claim your free pretzel and a free pretzel.
Your tea.
Your tea? Time. Tea.
Thank
tea.
you.
Tea. Just wanted to share that with the show. I thought that was great marketing. All right, adventure. Outside school, and I don't know exactly what's happening, but everyone has mustered. Mustered is, how do you say, gathered. Military talk, muster is gathered. We're all gathered here today in one circle. We're all doing the proper fire alarm kind of stuff. Oh yeah, by the way, fire alarm. Strangely enough, there's a guy over there, right there in the black jacket. He has a radio, like a scanner. And he's like, no, it's not fire drill. It's not fire drill. So I don't know if something happened inside there, because currently right now my school is it's being worked on. It's being expanded. So I don't know if there was something wrong. Yeah, I honestly don't. People still use scanners in these day and age. I don't have an app for that. Yeah. I'm sorry, that just blows my mind. That's like such a 90s thing to do. Thankfully, I was able to do all my projects, and as soon as I printed out my final piece, boom, the alarm hits. So let's hope that the school doesn't burn down, and I'm able to come back here tomorrow for classes. At 3 p.m. when the Monday show airs on YouTube, I'm going to be in Boston talking to my VA rep to discuss how my schooling is going. So my grades are well, A and B's. Funny enough, I talked to my parents about valedictorian stuff and whatever, and I always thought that it was based off of performance and accolades, but apparently you need to have a perfect score in order to get valedictorian. It's not like a prestigious thing where, you know, you could be the hardest working person, your work could be featured in a magazine, you could have all these different things, but if you did not get a 4.0, you're not going to get that. So I kind of, you know what? It's kind of unfair. It kind of ruined my mood. But the thing is also, it made me go, you know what? Then I don't want valedictorian. I think that's more or less the award that kids get for not missing any classes during middle school, which is completely ridiculous. Congratulations, you made every class for 4 years. You get some award. It's like unlocking something on a video game, which is completely ridiculous. But along with talking about my progress throughout this whole entire degree program, talking about moving on to my bachelor's degree, and I honestly don't know where to go. I don't know what function to progress to, because my degree program here is so different from any other, because it's a marketing art degree. It's graphic design, integrated media, but it's a marketing science degree. Go figure that one out. But go to UMass, study web design, or go to SNHU, or go to Emerson. More than likely, I would really like to go to Emerson. I would like to move into the city. It would be really interesting. I've never lived in the city of Boston, and I've always wanted to. And I would also love to get rid of my car. But yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. So. Coffee in the afternoon. Going to get coffee. Always got to pause.
Good afternoon.
Hi.
How are you today?
Great, fantastic.
$2.50.
Thank you very much. All right, now that we have our coffee, we can get back to the subject at hand. Anybody who finds commercial success, whether it's in YouTube, art, design, music, anybody who becomes famous, anybody who earns tons and tons of money,
and you become envious of because you're doing the exact same thing is automatically labeled as a sellout. And I hope that I'm not regurgitating all the stuff that Casey Neistat said, but he makes a great point because all of us as a kid wanted to be there, wanted to be at that point when we first started. Granted, we all have a passion to do so many different projects, but in order to do that, sometimes, you know, we find opportunities in mainstream media, whether it's being a host or having huge brand deals. Oh, you're a sellout. Well, if you're branding me as a sellout and you're doing the exact same thing, what are you doing wrong? Why aren't you famous? That's a question that I now think about. Because I, in turn, like I said, I want to be a sellout because that is success. You know, I could do all these YouTube videos all I want, and I could just turn the clock back to 2006 when it first started. We're all passionate about doing something, but once there's an opportunity to make money and have that job and treat it like a job, then why not go for it, all right? And I'm talking about the people who have blood, sweat, and tears to put in that stuff. Even the people who may have figured out the algorithms. They're smart, they're intuitive, and that's great. And if you're not there, why are you gonna criticize people for that? You know, when I say algorithms, you can speak other than YouTube, but you could also think about algorithm as a formula for success in the real world. And it's something that I really want to think about a whole lot more. Just being a graphic designer, being inside the whole advertising and marketing. That's all what we want. And granted, I guess do what you love and everything. Like I guess this is one quote that I remember from Casey Neistat. Make great content and your audience will find you. And if they don't find you, you know, think of other ideas. We as humans are creative, and we can come up with more than just one idea to make us stand out from other people. Like a graphic designer, we do many different comps or ideas. If you came to a client with one idea and you just expected the client to automatically say, yep, that's the one I want, you had to make different ones. If somebody asks you for 3, do 6. Do more than that. I'm quoting Michael Jonda when he's talking about his job. But be that overachiever. And if you're that overachiever and you're working so hard and by your blood, sweat, and tears, you find success in mainstream media, that means in my eyes and everyone else's eyes that's not cynical, that's a success in life. You found it. You found the way to be able to do what you love and still make a good living from that. And those who criticize you are just mad. They're salt, as they say. Life is what you make it. So, and you're gonna have plenty of opportunities. Hell, look at me. Just look at this face. I'm way older than all of you probably watching, and I've been constantly trying to reinvent myself, and there's been so many failures. And I think one last quote. I think that when you worry about failure and you say that I can't do something, or someone screwed me over, or I can't seem to get it right, or you complain about the failures that you had, like say for instance 5 failures, 10 failures, instead of complaining, this sucks, or I can't get this, you know, think of it this way. Think about, you know, what can I learn from this? How can I do this better? Ask people for help. That's, instead of complaining, that's more of a constructive way to use your time. I don't know, that's just my opinion. Alright guys, thanks for watching, thanks for that like, and please, for God's sakes, take care of yourself. Look, it's dead. Is it still alive? God damn it! I ran over the
Skip it like a stone.
What?
Skip it like a stone.
Much better reaction than me throwing it instead of putting a 2-ton car on.
Back and to the left. Back and to the left.